Hello, my beautiful friends. How's everybody doing today? So I thought really long and hard how I was going to do this video because I really wanted to dive back into those palettes like I told you, the ones from Profusion. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's these two palettes here. And, I thought about doing, several different looks in one day. And you guys, I just think that the way that I came up with, the solution I came up with is just going to be better. So what I'm going to do is like film on separate days, two different looks, sometimes three maybe, and I'm just going to combine them all into one video. So today is day one of the video, and I am going to go back into the Ethereal palette. So I'm super excited to see what I can come up with. So if you want to see how I came up with all of these looks, please continue watching. And if you're new today, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And we really hope that you stick around and hit that subscribe and notification bell to join this amazing family here. All right, you guys, let's just get started. Okay, you guys, I am up in my beauty room, so, you might hear a lot of sounds going on. The dogs are up here. My mom is about to get ready in the bathroom right next to me, so you may hear some noises, so hopefully I can, tune them out in editing. But again, I thought I would, go back into this palette here. Again, it's by Profusion, the Ethereal palette, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I think it's perfect for springtime. So what I'm thinking today, I'm going to do two different looks, and then I'll just end the look with the one that I think I will go with this outfit, or just running around town, because that's what I'm going to be doing today. So, but this is the palette here. If you have not seen it, again, it just screams spring to me. There's a lot of just beautiful shimmers, and I am going to use my favorite eye primer. Those of you who've been here for a while know this, but everything I use will be in the description box below, and I do get this off Amazon, and it is an amazing primer. It has just the right tack, if you ask me, and it does, conceal a lot of these, discoloration on my lids. So I'm just going to blend this in. What I want to do today, I think, on one eye is, I really want to use this shade here. It just, it's just so beautiful. On here, I don't know how it's coming out, but it's like a teal, and I just think it's absolutely stunning. And I was kind of debating between this one and, this one here as a transition. And you guys, I just feel like this one might be too orange, but let's just try it. Let's just see what it comes out looking like. Okay, you guys, it is not as orange as I thought. It's actually a very nice transition shade. I'm actually happy that I dove back into that, dove into that shade. It's actually very pretty. It's like a soft peach, it's not super loud or anything like that. Okay, so let's go into this kind of brush here. I love this. My brushes that I use are the BK Hot and Flashy, and I put on quite a bit. So I'm just going to, but yeah, they're the BK Hot and Flashy. And I just think they work so well on my hooded eyes, and I got quite a bit, you guys. This is super pigmented. As you can see, there is some fallout, but that is just fine with me. That doesn't break the deal for me at all. Sometimes I feel that if they are a little looser, they're easier to blend. And again, just like that purple shade I did the other day, they are blending beautifully. It's not patchy whatsoever. Yeah, it is just absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do now is take a clean, fluffy, like a natural hair brush. So it doesn't look clean, but I hope it is. And I'm going to just really diffuse this edge here. And I have been doing this a lot, you guys. It just makes it just very soft, that edge, just so it doesn't look super harsh. And it really does blend the two shades together really nice. So that is looking very pretty. It is just a fun shade to use. I really think that's pretty. Okay, so now I do kind of want to just dabble just to see, you guys. I'm just playing with a bunch of different colors here. But I'm going to go into this shade, Invigorating, and it's this one here. So that is a pretty pastel shade, but just to see, because I am going to cover it with a shimmer. So I'm just going to put that on the lid basically, just to see what that would do. Now, I think that this palette would be super fun again for spring. Okay, and the shimmer I think I'm going to do, so as you can see how easy this palette is to work with, really. I think I really want to go into, it's called Thriving. This shimmer shade here. I think it's really pretty, and when I swatched it, it's not what it seems. So I'm going to show you what it looks like swatched. See how soft that actually looks. So yeah, this is a very soft shimmer. It's not chunky and it's not super pigmented. It's more like a satin finish. There's a lot of that kind of shimmer in this palette. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so for me, I feel like that clashes a little bit with what's going on. I'm just going to clean off that edge just slightly. Yeah, I just feel like that is kind of throwing things off. Okay, so let's see what else we got here, you guys. If you remember in the first video, this one was super bright, but it had like a gold to it. Let's just see what happens. I'm just going to put a light application on my finger. And again, you guys, I think I'm going to be filming 2 videos today. So I really got to pick the right eye look here to go with that other video. Okay, so that just kind of made everything tie in just slightly more. So let's go into this eye. And this eye, I just wanted to stay a little neutral to show you that I think this palette is capable of doing that. I think I'm going to start with, it's called Prickly. That's what I used in the first video. So again, I'm just going to relax my eye. And I always look a little mad when I do this, but it's almost necessary. Again, if you have hooded eyes, you really just need to make sure that you are getting high enough to where you can see the work that you're doing. Okay, you guys, and as you can see, you know, there is a little bit of kickback on these, and again, I don't mind that. So now I'm going to go into this nice deep shade. It's like a chocolate, but if you look really close, hopefully this will pick it up, this lighting, there's like little sparkles in there. I don't think it's going to create a problem. I don't think, you know, with the lid, and it's not going to be super, you know, what do you call it, you guys? What is the word I'm looking for? Shimmery. But, you know, it kind of reminds me like of the Tati palette. If you guys remembered, she had some of those in her palette, and a lot of people were confused on why there was like sparkles in some of those shades, but I just feel like it just creates just a little bit of a little extra than just a flat shade. So this is a beautiful chocolate shade. So you could definitely, with this palette, go very neutral. So I think that's about as deep as I want to take it. Now, what would be super pretty too is what I'm thinking is what I should have done is actually added that deep chocolate brown over on this eye, because that would have just created just that extra dimension. And I'm wondering if I can go back in and just add a little bit of that brown, because I think that would be super pretty. But let's finish off this eye and just see what we're going to do here. But I'm really loving this neutral choice over here. And then I was really looking at this shade here, and it's called Wild Thing, and it looks like there, you know, that it looks like there's some shifts of green or olive in that, and I'm debating between these two. So let's swatch both of these. So the one is like a gold, and that's called Sun Drenched, and again, this one is called Wild Thing. This is Sun Drenched right here, and this is Wild Thing. So, ooh, you guys, that is a really hard choice. I'm thinking this one is a little bit too bright and orange. You know, I think I'm going to go try this Wild Thing and just see how that performs. Again, this is more like a satin finish. You know, you'd really have to pack it on your finger to get a color payoff. Ooh, that is super pretty. As you can see, there is almost like gold shifts, and then there's like olive. Ooh, that is absolutely stunning. So I'm going to go back into, I don't have any more product, but I am going to put a little bit of that chocolate shade just to kind of blend that into that shimmer here. So you guys, I wish you could hear your voice right now. If I should add like a little bit of that chocolate, let's just do it, you guys, because I'm honestly think I'm gonna head towards this today to walk around town. So let's just see what happens if I add just a little bit of, you know, that chocolate shade into this look. And then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and just kind of move things around just to really diffuse that. But I feel like that did just kind of calm things down a little bit. And I think I'm just going to go back into that really pretty bright, it looks like it was going to be like a white shade. Just go over this again, just slightly, just to lighten that up. So yeah, you guys, I think that really just toned things down. Again, gave it a different dimensions, but you know, you got to see it both ways. So it's just a preference. So what I decided at this point is I just added a little bit of eyeliner just to create a little wing on this eye. But I think this eye, you know, that I'm adding all these different colors with, maybe I'll use that plum like I was thinking and use that as the eyeliner. So what I'm going to use is this like little brush here. It's called the Rose and Ben. And you guys, you know, I think Elf even has something like this. So, you know, where it's just a little bit more affordable. So what I'm going to do is just place a little bit of setting spray on my hand. And then what I'm going to do is pick up, you know, just place a little bit on this brush and then go into that really pretty plum shade. What I'm going to do is just treat it like I am working with an eye pencil or eyeliner. And sometimes this is just easier to work with than even a felt tip eyeliner because it's just a little bit more, forgiving. So let's just be a little dramatic with this and see what it turns out with, you guys. So let's just remove the tape and see how we did. Yeah, see how beautiful and sharp that edge is, and it's just very subtle but adds just a little bit more a depth. Okay, you guys, so this is looking super fun. So what I'm going to do now is just go off, apply my mascara, come back, and we'll finish doing something on the lower lash line. Okay, so the mascara is all applied, and what I decided to use was my Milani, and this is like a tubey mascara, so it's going to be super easy to remove. Okay, you guys, let's get back into this palette, and this eye is actually growing on me. It's actually really fun. I think it looks really cute with the shirt, and with all the rest of the makeup on, I think, you know, things just tone down. You guys know that once you have your base makeup on and blush, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's go into actually, let's try the peach color there as like the base and just kind of lighten things up a little bit. Just sweep that all along the lash line. And then I think I'm just going to use the teal, you guys, on this outer outer corner, and just a very soft line. I don't want this super loud on the lash line. And let's just go a little further, you guys, with this eye. And I'm going to take a flat brush here, and I'm going to pick up the shimmer that I used, this one here. And now I am just going to just tap a little bit in this inner corner and just see. Yeah, that just really tied in the look much better, I feel. Okay, so let's finish off this eye. Now this eye, I'm definitely going to take that chocolate shade, really smoke this out, and it looks like I got a little bit of mascara that was wet that transferred onto my lower lash lines. I just flick that away really quick, and so I've just really smudged out that chocolate shade. So that is super pretty, you guys. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take that flat brush and go into the shimmer right here that I used on the lid. And I think I'm actually going to place that all along the lash line because that is super pretty. So okay, you guys, so this is where we are at. So we have two different eye looks. So let's take a look at this one and see what we think. So if I was to do this again, I think I might place that chocolate one under and just really use the teal as an accent. But this was just super fun to play with. I think I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. And then this is this eye here. And again, that's just a really pretty neutral shade or look. And what was your favorite for today? Okay, so this is the final look. And don't you agree that everything looks completely different after you get your base products put on? I really do, you guys. It just takes on a completely different look. But I really, really love this neutral look that I came up with, that palette. That's what I love about that palette. You can go really bold. You can go very soft. So yeah, it's a very versatile palette. And I'm super excited to jump into that Harvest palette as well. But I think I still want to do 1 or 2 looks out of the Ethereal palette. So I'm super excited about this video, guys. I'm going to have to really hurry up here because otherwise this is going to be super long. So I can't wait to see you guys another day and see what kind of looks we come up with. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. We're now on day 2, and I am going to change this video up a little bit for what I had planned in my head. When I went to go edit, you know, if we continue on that route, this video is going to be way too long. So what I think I'm going to do is just kind of fast forward me applying the makeup, you know, maybe have a little music in the background, or maybe I'll just talk it out of what I'm using and whatnot. But I am going to use this palette one last time, you guys. I do want to do like a couple spring looks with this palette, but I really want to use these palettes and let you guys have an idea of, you know, a lot of these shades. So let's, you know, just get right into this, you guys. But I do want to show you a purchase that I did make on Amazon because I think it's pretty cool. So it came in this, it's through AOA. I've used their, sponges before, and these are excellent. So anyway, what it came with is another sponge. Again, these are amazing. And it came with like a little color switch, or a, you can clean your brushes with it. It's like a silicone type thing. So it came with that, and it did come with some soap too. But then it did also come with this, you know, nice little container here. It's like faux leather. And it came with 10 brushes. So I've already used the brushes in another TikTok, and they're pretty nice, you guys. And so I'm super excited to try them again. And then the last thing that I purchased, you guys, I want to share with you before we move on with this look, is I went to the Dollar Tree, and they had like a nice little color switch. I love using these for $1.25, you guys. I mean, you can't beat it. But they also had, it's called, I want to say, Butter and Beauty, maybe, oh, Bath and Beauty. Butter. It's very hard to read, you guys. A makeup brush cleaner, and it's quick drying. So it really is, because I just literally sprayed actually this color switch, you know, with this, and just rubbed my brushes over it, and they are pretty much dry. So it is a quick drying, and it did a pretty decent job. So let's just get into this, you guys, and let's see what spring looks I can come up with today. Okay, so this is the last two looks out of the Ethereal palette. And you guys seen how fast and easy it was for me to come up with these two looks. I decided to keep this one matte just because you guys, just to see how vibrant the shades are. And that mint one is pretty impressive, but they all are, you guys. This side is more in my comfort zone. You guys have seen me do a lot of pink looks, so, but it's super pretty and I love, that shimmer in there. So yeah, you guys, since this was so, fast and easy, what I think I'm going to do is remove my makeup and come back, and we're just going to go into that Harvest palette because I've been dying to try that one out. So yeah, you guys, let's take a last quick look on this look. And which one is your favorite? I would love to hear your guys' opinion in the comment section. And also, what is more in your comfort zone, the green one or the pink one? But this is what they both look like, you guys. All right, so I'm just going to remove this makeup and I'll be back and we'll go into the Harvest palette. Let's get into this Harvest palette. This is more of a neutral palette, if you ask me. There is a little bit of pop of color, like this mint green up here. So what I do want to do, though, is swatch some of these shimmers. Ooh, this one has like a little bounce or almost like a gel, as you can see. Like when I put my finger in there, it just kind of melted right in there. So that's a interesting a situation going on there. And I think I'm going to try this shimmer here. This palette, the shimmers seem just a little bit more buttery. And I think I'm going to try this one here and maybe this one over on this corner. And then there's more, two more shimmers here. But let's just, start here and see what these look like. So that very first one, the one that has a lot of bounce, is this one here. So this one is a little similar to the really light shade in that original palette, but it has more of a green shift where that other one had more of a gold shift. So that is that. And then this one is more, has like a peach or coral undertone. There's some pink. These all have all these crazy shifts in both palettes, which is really nice though, because it makes them, I think, a little bit more versatile. So that is super pretty too. And I think the last shade that I haven't tried is this really gold shade here. So ooh, these are all super pretty. Yeah, just very different. That is the only thing with the shimmers. You definitely want to swatch them before you go in and use them because they're very deceiving. So let's just get into a look. And I think I'm going to, I don't even know what direction I'm going to go. I know I'm going to do one like an olive green. So let's just start there, you guys. So I think I'm going to start with this neutral shade up here. I've already primed my eyes again. And I think I'm just going to use my Hot and Flashy BK brushes on this one, only because those that other palette is super vibrant and you almost really have to clean the brushes before you go into using a more neutral. Okay, so as soon as I put this on my brush, this almost has, I can see like a yellow or orange undertone, but in the palette, it really looks like a neutral shade. So this is going to be interesting on what it looks like on the eye. So, okay, so just on the brush, it looked, more orange or yellow was in it. So it may be just the undertone, but it is still a pretty neutral shade. So I'm pretty happy about that. I was a little nervous how it was looking on my brush. So again, you guys, what I think I'm going to do is just speed up this part of the video, and we're just going to come back at the end, and that way we will see how both looks turned out. So, okay, you guys, we're going to speed up right now. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look on the Harvest palette for today. Oh, I don't know which side I like better. Now I asked Daryl and he likes this side better. Yeah, it's hard, you guys. This one is really hard. The only reason why I'm gravitating towards this eye is because I rarely do a halo eye. For some reason, it's usually very hard for me, but with this palette, it went very easy, as you guys witnessed. It was super fast. And yeah, you guys, I love both. There is so much versatility between, the two palettes. I mean, it's just insane, the different looks that you can come up with. And I never would think that that purple, because I almost was like, why would they put that purple in there? Because it doesn't really go with anything, but it kind of really goes with this somehow. So obviously they knew what they were doing, but yeah, you guys, this is a hard decision for me to decide today which side I'm going to go as my final look for, walking around for the day. You guys, I think I'm actually going to go here because, again, because I just never do this look. But again, this is what it looks like each side. So that is really pretty. I really love that shimmer there. They both were absolutely stunning. And this is this eye here. So yeah, I'm going to take this side off and do this look on this eye. I'll come back and show you the final look, how it looks, with all of the rest of my makeup on. And I'll be right back. Guys, so this is today's final look. I am truly enjoying both of these palettes, and I think I'm going to do maybe one or two more looks with this Harvest palette, and then I'm going to post this video because I don't want it to get too long and I don't want to get sloppy. So hopefully I'll be able to film very soon and get this video out. All right, you guys, see you really soon. Okay, you guys, so today I'm going to be doing the last two looks using these palettes. Only for this video. I definitely will be bringing out these palettes again. And to refresh your memory, I'm going back into the Harvest palette. And I was thinking in this video, I definitely want to go into this mint shade here, possibly this shade, just playing around with this palette a little bit more. And I'm also going to do a very simple look because a lot of times, people don't want to use a bunch of different shadows on their eyes. And also with these palettes, really quick, you guys, you could totally combine these and come up with a really, really nice look. And maybe down the road, I definitely will do that. Okay, you guys, we're just going to speed things up again and let's just get right into this. Okay, so these are the last two looks using that palette just for today, like I said. But I had so much fun doing this, you guys. You really learn a lot, about colors, mixing colors, what goes and what doesn't, and actually finding a few surprises. Again, these are the final looks. I kept this one as simple as possible. I just wanted to throw a little color in there. So, but I really love this shimmer. I don't even know, it's like a light pink, but it has like a little bit of champagne in it. The shimmers in these are beautiful. Now, some of them you have to spray your brush, to get more pigment. But, I kind of like that with the shimmer because you can keep it as subtle, as you'd like, or you can really build it up. So yeah, again, you guys, these palettes are amazing. And this is the other eye. Again, I did a halo. This one, I don't think I like it as much. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. But yeah, this one I had just a little bit of a harder time only because not, that they weren't blendable by any means. It's just this shade here always scares me because it's just a very, bright orange. But, in the fall time or something, I don't know. It kind of goes, you guys. You can wear this in the summer. So maybe this is throwing it off. So let me just look and see how I feel about it when I cover this eye. So with maybe the rest of my makeup, I would like it more, but I really love that mint shade and that shimmer. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is what this eye looks like on its own. So today though, I think I'm going to end up doing this eye. Only again, I don't know. This one is just kind of throwing. I don't know. It's very hard, you guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ask Daryl. I'll come back and whatever he picks, that's what I'm doing. So Daryl picked this eye. I am not shocked at all. He's very simple with things. So, he's a guy. And, I thought he would pick this eye. And so what I'm going to do is just going to remove the makeup off this eye, just like before, come back with the rest of my makeup applied, and we'll talk a little bit more about these palettes. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is today's final look. I think Daryl did an amazing job in choosing between the two. It is a very simple but beautiful look. I love, the pop of color that I added in there. It just gives it a little something. And everything, like I said before, looks so different once, the rest of your makeup's on, and both your eyes look the same. But you guys, I can't say enough about these palettes. They're unbelievable. I mean, for $15 over on their website or $10 a piece over on Amazon, and I think Walmart sells Profusion. I mean, not even the price. The quality, the formula is amazing. I really didn't find one shade that was, hard to blend. There's a few that, just weren't super pigmented that you had to build up. Like I said, the shimmers, and this one here, I did have a little harder time creating that wing with this shade here, but I used it as eyeshadow and it was pigmented. So again, you guys, I'm not going to be nitpicky because these are great palettes. Like I said, you guys seen how fast I was able to do those looks, and I did several in just very minimal time and effort. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this type of video. If you guys have a palette that's similar to this or something that you just never grab for, use it for a week straight and see what you come up with. I think that is just going to be my new motto. Now, don't forget before you leave to hit that like button. I truly appreciate it, and it really does help me out. All right, you guys, I can't wait to see you again. I love you so much, and until next time.